Welcome to the big house, Michigan Stadium. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the Northwestern Wildcats and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, Dave Pollard, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
When you talk about iconic stadiums in college football, the Big House has to be at the top of your list. One of the most unique stadiums. It is nestled down in the ground. It is loud. It is fun. Ann Arbor has one of the finest stadiums in college sports. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. And the Wolverines ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Wildcats offense going to get the chance to start this game off. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it. But it's...
Oh, he's got some space. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Took just one play, and they got it almost to midfield. First down from the 49. They'll give it to him again. There's some room. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something. Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Going to try to get it himself. He hits the slide, and he's converted this fourth down to keep the drive moving.
And that's the money down, man. Fourth down, you just have to have it somehow, some way. You're calling a pass play. You're trying to get it through the air. Nothing open downfield. And he just takes over. He just tucks the ball and runs, goes and gets it. Great job, great decision-making by the quarterback on that play.
They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
They get to him as he throws, and he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
And this has been a really good first drive, man. You talk about scripting the first however many plays. It's different for all the coordinators. Nice drive down the field. Now set up in a third down situation. Let's stay aggressive. Let's capitalize on this momentum and not try to kick these field goals because you know.
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
Running inside, it's Marshall. It's a fumble on the play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
And man, you know this guy dreamed of starting this game off right and running the football and positive and being the guy throughout the day, not coughing it up on the first carry. Going to have some resilience because he's going to get more totes, and he's got to make sure he's ready for it.
Motion from the wideout. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. And as a result, they lose yardage.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. They'll send out the kicker here. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Good right down the boulevard. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
So as a defensive guy, they line up in a formation. You know they're heavy on one side, and then all of a sudden, boom, 2 guys pull, and they go the other direction. So you can't really load up and play that. That counter keeps you off balance as a defense and makes you really be honest.
There's a crease. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. Guys, we've come to the end of the period, and Northwestern has the lead here. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. There he goes. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
Hauls it in. Working their way closer and closer, a third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Makes a grab and room to run. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to run for it. Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be first and goal from the 4.
And I'm not surprised with the run, and I'm not going to be surprised if they run it again, right? This offense now set up. They put a drive together, first and goal. Who can be more physical? The line of scrimmage is critically important when the field starts to shrink. Let's see who can bow up and make a play here.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. Running toward the goal line. It's a fumble. Defense trying to take it back. Takes it in. Touchdown, Northwestern.
Great job by the defense. The ball's thrown, the ball's completed, swarming to the football, knock it out, and then guess what? Be there to scoop it up, run it back to the end zone. Huge play by this defense.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Underwood. The short hands. It's Marshall.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Looking to pass. It's Underwood. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it?
Finding some room. And he's got the first down. Good pickup on the play there. And now we'll see what they do coming out of the 2-minute timeout. The Wolverines just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Looking downfield on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
He might want another play. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Bringing the heat. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your... Turning it on! Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Wagner. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. And the Wildcats come to the line in the hurry-up.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in wherever...
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
And the defense needed that one badly. They're losing in this game. They just gave up a big play, so they finally get the sack, but you feel like they're going to need more than that. They're going to need some turnovers to get back in this game.
Here's a heat. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Punt is on its way. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
And the Wolverines with a second and short to keep this drive moving. A run inside. It's Marshall. He'll have enough for the first down. They'll maintain possession. We'll see if they're happy enough just to let the clock run out.
And the defense gives up the first down. And here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Here's Underwood to throw. Makes the grab over the middle. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Quarterback making adjustments. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Bryce Underwood to the air again. Got it behind the line. It's Marshall. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Tulsa taking on the number 18 team, the Navy Midshipmen. And it's the Golden Hurricane, who are faring well right now in their quest to turn this season around. 2-3 would hardly be 5-0, but if they can close this out, they've accomplished something. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now over to your game inside the Big House. So far today, the most dominant player on the field has been that DB. Pass breakups, shutting down one side of the field. He's been a one-man wrecking crew, and he's played a big part in this halftime lead.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. What do they talk about at halftime, Holly?
I caught up with the Michigan coach at the half. They are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Reese?
Thanks, Holly. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. Throwing, Underwood. Makes the catch. It's Marsh. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Scanning the field, it's Underwood. Just a short pass to the tight end. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running inside, it's Marshall. Picks up the first down. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. The Wolverines had it with a 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Makes the catch, and he's free. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and then just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Underwood. Caught over the middle. It's Buchanan. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
And And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
To the air on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Marshall. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And the defense is finally able to find an answer for this quarterback's legs. He's been killing them early in the game, already over 40 yards rushing. Here we are now, though, in the second half, and it looks like they've made a few adjustments. That time, they were able to get in the...
Unleashes one deep. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
And guys, I tell you what, man, they went into half, they were ready to rock and roll to start this second half. They put a nice drive together, and then it's just about managing the game, right? Don't take points off the scoreboard. I start to get an area where I'm in field goal range. I'm getting ready to score a touchdown. Be smart with the football. He gets just a little greedy, and the defense makes him pay.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to throw. It's Childs. Fires to the middle. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, there's something you don't see very often. The quarterback overthrowing that guy with his type of speed. There aren't a lot of dudes that have the arm talent to overthrow him, but somehow we just saw it happen right there. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Flips it out on the screen. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. And when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. The kick is on its way. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. So here comes the Michigan offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Here's trouble. Ball's out in the end zone. The offense back on top of it. That's going to be a safety, but trust me, that could have been much, much worse.
Well, it's a great job by the defense, forcing the fumble. They were hoping they'd jump on it for a touchdown. The offense got there first, but it's a safety and a great play defensively.
First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Still on his feet at the 45. Breaks into the open. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. They're going to ride this running back. Might have a chance. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. Neither of these teams are ranked in the top 25 at the moment, but it's early in the season. Still plenty of time to fight their way in as we take a look at how things stand now. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. A first down run on the doorstep. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. Got his man. Touchdown, Northwestern. And they take it in for 6 more points. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Guys, here on the Michigan sideline, I can see a lot happening with their running back. He has turned it over here in this game, and they are down. They need him to be a little bit better with their ball security. I have seen some coaches go over there, have him put the football in, kind of try to knock it out, get him back to a confident state of mind. He's out there right now. We'll see if they can rely on him down the stretch. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Here's Underwood to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not...
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. They pretty much have to keep the offense on the field, and they'll get right to the line of scrimmage, making side adjustments here. Again, it's Underwood. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
Looking to throw, it's Childs. They'll run the screen. Maybe some room here. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Wildcats! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Throwing, Underwood. That's a fumble. Scoops it up, still a live ball. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Hard-nosed, determined effort to work his way up to the 35-yard line. And the Wolverines come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. To the ground to try to move the chains. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. To the ground. He's got it again. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The sure hands, it's Marsh. At the 40, there he goes. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Underwood. Going for the big play. Intercepted for the 11th time this season.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the 4th quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
It's got to be tough right now on defense. You need to find a way to get a stop, and you haven't been able to do that in the 4th quarter. You've been giving up points. You just gave up a touchdown in the last drive. You need a turnover. You need to do something right now to stop this momentum.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Wide receiver going in motion. They want that clock to run. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
You got to be impressed by how you've seen this offense finish in this football game. They've been scoring points in the 4th quarter, just got a touchdown on their last drive, and there they rip off a big run. They are not letting off the gas pedal right now, and as a coach, you love to see that.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another 1st down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
To throw, it's Childs. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Northwestern ready to dial one up on 1st down. Reading the option, it's Childs. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down.